This is the 12-Hour Walk, Episode 2, The Dark Hole. My name is Tim. I'm about 18 miles into a 12-hour walk and it's time for some snacks. I should have known all those protein bars would have melted, but I'm flying high right now. I just hit the most northern tip of Manhattan. I feel great. I haven't felt very hungry, so this is my first food of the day. In my humble opinion, it's the best protein bar on the planet, and goddamn, it tastes good right now. But shortly after the snack, my brain's gonna melt like the bar is. I even had a pee break and rehydrated, so I'm not quite sure what triggered it. My guess is initially it had something to do with the 3-year anniversary of my friend Jeff's passing. And especially after feeling like I had everything figured out just a mile or two ago, it was like, how dare you? And every time I go back and forth, I try to stop and just look at the life around me. All these dope food joints with super happy people inside. The fruit stands and the woman in her Keith Hernandez jersey. Then all of my limiting beliefs and shortcomings that I had already thought through started to come back. I so badly wanted the same kind of high from the first half of the walk, but I was just stuck in the darkest of thoughts. And by the time I finally got below 100th Street again, I could only think about how I get so much joy and feel so much love for everything around me, except for myself. I'm questioning every decision that I have made, especially the one where I responsibly fired myself from corporate America last year. At this point of the walk, I've had nothing but water, electrolytes, and a protein bar, but it felt like an ayahuasca trip. I've never done that myself, but I know people that have, and the description fits the way that this walk felt, but almost in reverse, where there was clarity and then darkness. And the more I tried to think myself out of it so I could be in a good mood when I got home for Kelly, the worse it got. And as someone who is literally a twice certified emotional intelligence coach, I knew exactly what was happening too. It was almost an unnecessary level of self-awareness. And what they call the unbiased processing had peaked, where the clarity around my strengths and weaknesses was so strong that it felt crippling because I could not fix the weaknesses in the moment. I felt like I walked in the house carrying a huge bag of crap. I went and hid in my office for a while. Of all the friends Kelly organized to do the walk at the same time, I was seemingly the only one that had this experience. When I woke up the next day, clarity. And I did the thing that I usually tell others to do. Did a full-on brain dump of all the things that are freaking me out. Split that into 2 lists between what I can control and what I cannot control. Things I cannot control, I threw away. And for the things I can control, I made a list of what to do about it. Even though the second half of that walk felt mentally torturous, I would highly recommend doing this, because you cannot fix what you do not see. And even if you see it, you might have to study it before you know what the hell to do about it. All in all, it was 36 miles. I cannot thank Kelly Jane enough for having us do this. I hope we do it every year, but next year more like episode 1. But if I'm being honest,